Hey guys, this is Blaze Rich. Hope your day was well. This is basically the future of the last couple of days. Trinity gave me a little help, learn how to manually pilot, to give me some pointers. We've done this for a little bit, just like, I need to get this more done in practice. I need to start flying more kitey ships for solo. I don't do this the next 2 Ks. I just go back to what I'm used to with scram kiting, but I just need to break the mold, man. Do more kiting. I got some really good pointers from Trinity, stay like more below people. There's a few other things as well. But yeah, basically just do this for, what, about 10-15 minutes? Just give me some pointers. And I feel like I'm alright at it. I'm definitely not the greatest, because you see that I'm coming towards like 10k sometimes. I haven't got it down to like a T as of yet, but we do hope to get there at some point. Just doing this in Hookbill, because this is probably something that I'd end up using just to practice. Like a light missile, kinda MWD, of course, long point. Hookbill with the TD. I know it's a bit of a diseasey ship to come up across, but I like the Hookbill. Okay, after this I decided to do a little bit of solo. Not in kitey ships, which I should be doing, man. I need to force myself to do this at one point. I'm in my dual web Hookbill. He's using a precision script here, and throughout this fight I'm thinking to myself, do I switch to faction missiles? But then I see I'm applying okayish still with Scourge. Scourge Rage, that is. I thought of like the precision script and maybe the fact that this dude's actually running A-type AB. So his speed's better than normal, that I wouldn't have hit too good here. Apply too well, sorry. So I turn off medium shield synergy, we're just like, I'm just orbiting close. At this point you'll notice he's doing like no damage here. I believe I got a cap penalty on my exile. So you'll notice that my cap's usually quite low. And you sort of like, conserve that cap. But yeah, I notice I'm doing okay damage, doing stick to faction. He's doing like no damage to me. This gentleman's very keen for his dual web fit. So this is, I believe, AB dual. No, it's AB web. I believe he has a medium ANSI and a small ANSI. So it's a very peculiar fit. But I'm no particular danger because I can warp off at any time. So he's running a no point fit here, so I just need to keep that into consideration too. But I seem to be winning this. Glad that stuck with Scourge Rage. I seem to be playing well enough, Then I get a nice, this is a really nice, I like find AFs in the Hookbill. If this was like the TD Hookbill, it'd be a very boring fight for this wolf. But he can still project out quite well to my fit. I want to orbit about like 8 to 9k. Just getting his far fall off here. You notice I'm like slingshotting him a lot here. Lose my scram in the webs just because I'm doing orbit here 9k. If we were being a bit more safe, we could like orbit 8k. But I just want to make sure, that I've got this sort in the bag. Again, that medium shield center off just to reduce your sig a bit. I notice I'm probably going to win this, and I believe I turned my orbit to 7.5k because we're getting low heat on that scram. I'm scared I'm going to lose him. See, I drop again. Bad on my part, but bringing it into 7.5k orbit, looking to get that scram back on him before he warps out. Still pretty close fight. I've still got a lot of small ANSI charges left, a good bit of HP, but yeah, we take it. So GF to that wolf. So after this solo, Beltram pings. We're basically going to reinforce one of user cannon for the Zara's the faction fort, just to perhaps get a fight off of one of the timers. Fort bashes aren't that great fun, Just shoot down the goddamn fort, UDB, just be that nuisance. They didn't bring anything to defend this initial timer. We're hopefully getting a better fight, or some form of fight. No, the next time or whatever. Sorry UK bros, I used to be part of UK, I love UK. Another shout out to Baltram, I believe he was streaming this. He'll be streaming the next part here, so I'll leave his link in the description. Give the gentleman a follow as always. He's good at what he does, does a bit of solo, a bit of fleet, a bit of small gang, a bit of everything, boys. So do give the man a follow. So then what happens is, we see a Titan on this, whatever the structure is. And try and ping it off. That doesn't happen. Baltram streaming at the time, dock workers see it. And then they drop on us, we're in like dreads and stuff, and that dread fight ensues. And this is all, like, dread fights for me are so fun, because it's very new for me. This is my second dread fight. And yeah, because I've only been in one before. It's very recent. I've had a Dreadnought that is super fun, man. Dreads are awesome. Expensive, but fun. So yeah, we just basically like work down their dreads. I make a mistake and I don't have pyro in my dread, which is that. No, I should be on like pyro 3 or pyro 4 just to add that extra DPS here. That was a huge mistake on my part, man. And perhaps an exile for our dread fits because they use Ep10. Yeah, super fun, man. We're just munching through the phoenixes, nags. Good FC by Baltrom. Yeah, and also who else is it that drops on us? It's Dockworks, and I believe it's African Atomic. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but I believe it was African Atomic and Dockworkers. I believe they outnumbered us somewhat, but it was still a good fight, man. I think we sort of lost this engagement, but it was still super fun, man. Like, a fight like this is, like, I don't know. Dread fights are super fun, man. Each side loses something, you know, everyone's a winner, right? Not really, but you know what I mean. A fight like this is very entertaining. So yeah, I end up losing my dread. Super close to getting fax reps, but they just couldn't hold me. So, yeah, that was super fun. Okay, then I went back to a little bit of solo here, and this Fed comment is very interesting. This is the Dual Web Blaster comment. I start my initial orbit at 6k here. Had I known it was like pure blaster, would have pulled out a bit further, 7.5k. And you might notice this gentleman's gaining on me. I don't notice at the time here. I thought like GG. Once I realized it was blasters. But he's gaining on us. And I'm like, oh dear. So I try and pull my orbit to 7.5k, knowing it's blasters. He's going to load null and potentially project here. But he's very confident that he's going to get into range because he has void loaded. You'll notice that he doesn't switch to null. There's a reason for this. Once he gets into range though, it starts to really hurt. I do end up aligning out because these two web comets are really powerful. Like really, really powerful. But they don't have a scram, right? It's looking pretty good for me at this point. I've got him to like a 3rd hull here. He's just starting on my armor tank. He's doing a lot of DPS, but we take it. We also get another little surprise here, boys. I don't know whether he lagged. He mentioned something that he like lagged or something. We got a pod 2 here. It's a very, very nice pod. It's always nice when you get like a high grade snake pod like this. So GF to that gentleman. Sorry about the pod. Okay, so we were getting ready for a null wormhole. And then we heard from Yakolfa there was a bit of an interference in Gullimer God. So we headed over. We had a bit of a blob on the go, boys. We had like 3 damn jackdaws, like Mac, like all the good stuff. But they were in a bit of a blob too, so it's sort of fair-fairs, right? So yeah, Bruce is just trying to like nuke stuff, man. These jackdaws are insane. You know, you got the utility of the dams. You're projecting out to like 115. You're doing like 300 DPS. It is gnarly, man. It's very nice for nullsec and like a. I'd like to call this a small gang. This is a bit more than a small gang. I don't know if this is what's considered a small gang in 2020, but yeah, so we get some frags. Nothing too interesting. Like I say, this is more of, well, it's a sort of blob versus blob. It's not actually too bad. We're just like have a lot of dams. We're not very fun to fight at the moment. So I believe everything ends up disengaging. We do have point in the Raven. Unfortunate for him. So we get this Raven kill, but unfortunately all the rest of them leave. Their logic, I guess, just didn't hold. The damps are doing their thing. And yeah, it's a shame because like the other chips would be cool to kill too, like the Gilas and stuff, but GF to those guys. Okay, so that's all I really got up to in the past couple of days. Nothing too crazy. I am off the next 2 days, so hopefully I get a bit more interesting content for you. Some more maybe small gangs that have some cool solo fights. Yeah, man, trade brawls and like a bit of solo. Love it, you know, you got best of both worlds, man. So enjoy the rest of your, I believe it's Tuesday today, it is. Yeah, do enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, regional equivalent, all this. And yeah, I'll get you guys a video up hopefully tomorrow, the next day. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, boys.